Hello and welcome to the second part of the tutorials on integers. Let's get started. Question number 1, evaluate. So in evaluating the question, we are going to start with the left hand side of the question. And the left hand side of the question is this side, that is 28 minus negative 18, everything divided by negative 2. So this gives negative times negative. When you open these brackets, we give 28 plus 18, and this one divided by negative 2, which gives 46 divided by negative 2, which gives negative 23. Let's go to the right hand side of the question. The right hand side of the question is where we have 15 minus negative 2, then multiply by negative 6. We get rid of these brackets, removing them like this. This is negative 2 times negative 6. Work out that part, multiplication first. You get 15 minus negative 2 times negative 6. You get positive 12. Is positive 12, which will give 3, and then the denominator, don't forget the denominator is negative 3. So on that part you get negative 1. Now let's go to the answer now. In order to get the answer, the solution on the left hand side of the question was negative 23. Negative 23. Then you're supposed to subtract this part of the question, the right hand side, which you've got to be minus negative 1. That is negative 1. So this one translates to negative 23 plus 1, which gives negative 22 as the solution. With Jesus' blood, he bought you to guide you now. Question number 2, evaluate. So the first thing you're going to do is to separate this question and work out separately. You're going to start with the numerator. We solve the numerator. Once you're through, you go to the denominator, get the solution, and then the final solution. So let's get started with the numerator. So in the numerator, you have negative 12, subtract negative 3, multiply by negative 20, subtract. So that is what you have in the numerator. So we begin by removing the bracket. So you have negative 12. Negative times negative gives positive, that is positive 3. Multiply by negative times negative, this will be positive 20, which is the same as 20. Now we have addition and multiplication following the rule of BODMAS. Multiplication should come first. Therefore we have negative 12 plus 3 times 20, which is 60. Negative 12 plus 60 is the same as 60 minus 12, and this gives 48. That is the solution in the numerator. Now let's go to the denominator and get the solution for that. Now in the denominator we have negative 6 multiplied by 6 divided by 3 plus negative, this is 6 into brackets. So we start by removing the brackets. So we have negative 6 multiplied by 6 divided by 3. Positive, this will be positive, then negative times negative, we get positive 6. So we have positive 6. So positive 6 is the same as, we can write that one as 6. Now that we have various operations here, we have addition, we have multiplication. We go by the rule of BODMAS. We start by division. Division comes first. So you have negative 6 times 6 divided by 3, you get 2. then plus 6. We remain with addition and multiplication. Multiplication should come first. Therefore, we have negative 6 times 2 is negative 12 and plus 6. Negative 12 plus 6 is the same as 6 minus 12, which gives negative 6. Now, we have the solution for the numerator and the denominator. Now, let's go to the final answer. The final answer will be given by 48 divided by negative 6, which gives negative 8 as our final solution. And he will make you strong. He'll guide you. Question number 3. Without using a calculator, evaluate. So the same way, we're going to work out the numerator first. Let's start with the numerator. The numerator, we have negative 8 plus negative 5 multiplied by negative 8 subtract negative 6. So the first thing is to remove the brackets of negative 8. When you open this bracket, a positive and a negative gives negative 5 multiplied by, this is negative 8. The negative multiplied by negative, here we get positive. Now, the first operation using the rule of BODMAS, we're going to begin with, here we have a subtraction, addition, multiplication. So we're going to start with this multiplication. So negative 8, then this is negative 5 multiply by negative 8, which will give positive 40, then plus 6. Now we can add now. This is a negative 8, 40 plus 6 plus 46. And this one is the same as negative 8 plus 46 is the same as, you can also write this one as 46 minus 8, which will give you positive 38. So let's go to the denominator. In the denominator, we have negative 3 plus negative 8 divided by 2 multiplied by 4. So let's get rid of this bracket. We have negative 3. Positive and negative gives negative, divided by 2 multiplied by 4. We have multiplication, we have subtraction. Following the rule of BODMAS, we start with division. So we're going to start with that. So negative 3, the division is negative 8 divided by 2, which will give negative 4. Then multiply by 4. So the next operation that should follow is multiplication. So we have negative 3 and negative 4 times 4, which will give negative 16. And this gives negative 3 subtract negative 16 will give negative 19. Therefore, the solution in the numerator is 38. The denominator is negative 19. Therefore, the answer will be given by the numerator divided by the denominator, and this one gives negative 2 as the solution. The reason why God brought the truth to you. Question number 4. Without using a calculator, evaluate. So as usual, you're going to begin with the numerator. Let's work out the numerator first, which is negative 2 to brackets 5 plus 3 minus 9 divided by 3 plus 5. Now we must follow the rule of BODMAS very strictly, and that rule says that we should start with the brackets. So work out brackets first. Negative 2, 5 plus 3, when you remove the bracket, this one will be multiplication. 5 plus 3, which is 8. Then negative 9 divided by 3 plus 5. Now you can see we have a mixture of signs here. We have multiplication, subtraction, division, addition. So according to the law of BODMAS, we're supposed to begin with division. You have negative 2 times 8. Work out this division first. Negative 9 divided by 3, which is negative 3 plus 5. The next operation that we should work out, here we have multiplication, subtraction, and addition. We should go to multiplication, should come first. Negative 2 times 8 is negative 16. Then negative 3 plus 5. We're almost finishing this part. So we have now subtraction and addition. We start with addition first. So this will give 5, negative 16, negative 3, the same as 5, negative 16, negative 3 will be negative 19. And this gives 5 minus 19 gives negative 14. That is the numerator. Let's go to the denominator. Now for the denominator, we have 3 multiplied by negative 5 plus negative 2 multiplied by 4. So according to the rule of BODMAS, we are supposed to begin with multiplication. You can see here you have multiplication, here you have multiplication. So 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Then plus negative 2 times 8 times 4, this will be negative 8. So this gives negative 15. Positive and negative, this one gives negative 8. I'm sorry, there's something we've omitted in that part. There's something that we have omitted. So there's something we have omitted. I'm sorry, there's something here. This one is supposed to be negative 3. Look at this denominator. I'm sorry for that. So now that is okay. Let's redo it again. So this will be negative 3 times negative 5. That is 15. Negative multiplied by negative is positive. Then plus negative 2 times 4 will give negative 8. This one simplifies to 15. Positive and negative, this gives negative. Therefore 15 minus 8, you get 7. Now having done that, now we have the solution, the numerator, then the denominator is there. Now let's go to the answer now. The answer, we get the numerator, which is negative 14 divided by 7, and this gives negative 2 as the answer.
So he